Grand Rise, Willie Whittle. It shall be dope. This is the pod. Let's get into it. Today I'm running a little bit behind. Not gonna hold you. I'm a little bit behind. It's not like I record on the time scale for other people, but I definitely do it for myself. And I like to be regimented. I like to be meticulous about my time and everything that I'm putting in place. It helps me keep my energy together, right? I talk a lot about energy in this platform. The fact that I feel like as you mind your energy and you mind your time, you just create this version of you that just feels better, that knows that you can get over anything. You've been through everything, so as you've been through everything, you realize like I could keep going. I could keep going. Whatever you threw at me before was your worst, then I'm prepared for anything. So that's kind of the mentality that I've been having recently. But I like to be meticulous about my time, right? I remember back in the day, my wife used to be really upset about me being late. My 5 minutes used to turn into 10 minutes, and she'd be like, "You know what? If you can't hold your word for 5 minutes, then then I'm leaving." Like, I'm all right, cool. And it'd usually be like, she used to tell that to the kids, like she had to pick them up from somewhere. Hey, I got to pick you up, or you better be out here at. You said you get out of here at 3 o'clock. You better be out here by 3:10. And if it was 3:11, she's like letting them have it. It's crazy. But it also instills this sense of responsibility to yourself to make sure that you keep your timelines in order. So, with that being said, a lot of the times that I sit back and I think about how I allocate my energy and my time frame, it makes me really feel like you have to show yourself so much respect. And I do link a lot of energy with respect because I feel like that's the stuff that you're supposed to hold close to your heart. You're supposed to hold that close to your soul and say, like, man, I respect myself enough to know that my time frames are what they are. And I'm giving you time. I'm allocating time for you to take some of my energy. Please don't be disrespectful with it, right? Because then I will need to, like, definitely renege on that energy and take it back. Like, hey, this is my energy. I can't loan it to you if you're not going to do nothing with it. Which brings me to my point. My main point today is making sure that you protect your energy and utilize it for the stuff that you really want to allocate it for. Today is the 1st of June. Also, shout out to my cousin, shout out to my niece. Happy birthday, niece. Whoop, whoop. The energy that we allocate has to be useful. It has to be important, or you can hold on to it and then keep rebuilding in yourself. And those are the decisions that I'm making nowadays. Like every decision that I make is based off of how is this going to affect my energy bank and how is it going to affect my mentality. If those two things don't coincide together, where if I allocate this energy to you, then I'm okay with taking the hit on my energy, on my mentality, my energy for a little bit in my mental. But what I'm not okay with is allocating this energy and it falls in a dead space in my mental. I can't have that. And I feel like a lot of people don't hear that or feel that. And it's tough for them to really think of. So let's think of it on a daily basis, right? Everybody has some form of getting up doing something. You have your deadlines and then you have your routine. The people who get up and don't have a routine, they just get up and do stuff. Then they don't know what the rest of their day holds. They're just kind of planning for the whatever and that moment. If you get up with a routine and you get up with a purpose, then at least that way you know how your energy has been allocated to yourself to start. And then you can then dictate yourself how you allocate energy to others, right? You willing to take this phone call or not take this phone call or have this conversation or go to these places that's going to have this type of energy that you want to be around or you don't. So I think that's a really important statement for people who are trying to figure themselves out. Sitting back and thinking about, man, I need to write down what I'm going to do tomorrow the night before is a very helpful thing. It's a very helpful tool for me It's been a helpful tool for others. I think when you plan out how you are going to move the next day, it takes you to a whole nother level. And then you start doing it for a couple days, for a week. Your budget gets tighter. Like it's a whole bunch of key things that I feel like, you doing the pre-work helps you plan for the future. It's kind of like, in the sense, I saw a meme the other day, and it was like Batman had came to talk to all the Spider-Mans in the Spider Universe, and they said Batman was given a tutorial of how I could defeat all of your Spider-Man villains easily, and the Spider-Man was like, "No way, go, like let's hear it." And so then Green Goblin was first. Long story short, and he was like, Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, Oscorp owner. Like, all I need to do is his secret weapon is his ego. I need to buy a bigger building, put my name on it. It'll hurt his feelings, and then he won't be able to function properly. And he was like, "That's exactly what would hurt me." So the statement was, Batman was like, I could defeat any of your villains with one day of prep time. But that's the key. Like the key to Batman is he could defeat anybody with some prep time. Give him a chance to study the situation, and he'll win. Like, so, sometimes he don't have a day of prep time, but that's why he's meticulous with his goal set. He's a day ahead of everybody, right? And I'm talking about a fictitious character of Batman, but think about the concept. Like, he instead of him being lazy and just being billionaire Bruce Wayne, he's down there studying. He's putting in work. He's like, man, I need to learn something about this person. Let me deep dive into this. If we're able to do that for ourselves, imagine how many times we could walk into a room just ready for whatever. And it's not even the case of who you run into in that room. To be honest, you're just ready. Like, you walk into a room prepared. Recently, I've been doing a lot better prep work on my end. And I've been walking in the rooms more prepared than I used to. And it's been extremely helpful. It helps me drive the conversation. I'm the main focus point of the conversation versus somebody else dictating what's going on, and I get bounced around, right, like a ping pong ball in the middle of a conversation that I wasn't ready to have. So it's a very good rule of thumb to try to be more prepared, and then keep that energy to yourself. Like, what we're not doing in the back half of this year, so we're here now, right? We're here in, well, June, July is kind of the back half of the year, but whatever. We're here. It's about to be summertime. I do not want to be giving too much energy to stuff that don't need to have it. You gotta protect it. Like, it's gotta be mine. I got stuff I gotta think of. And it sounds selfish, but I want everybody to be selfish to each other. Like, before, I had a podcast. It's called Selfish Soul. Selfish Soul, song by Odessa. The song's called Selfish Soul, but I recorded about it. You gotta embrace your selfish soul sometimes. What do you want? Sit back, think about that vacation that you want to take. Think about a day trip that you want to take. What else? You want to go out on next weekend or whatever? That's cool. Think about that. Put that down. Like, if that's the stuff that you want to allocate your energy to, then do it. I envy a lot of people who know what they're going to do out in the future. They have like a 2-week schedule or whatever, and they kind of know what's going on, right? They know what their plans are. They just got to move in their energy, which makes life a lot easier. The people who are like, man, I'm hunting and pecking and trying to figure out, it's not the move anymore. Like, you have to know something about the direction that you're moving. With that being said, I think that, and I said I was going, I was talking to somebody earlier, and I was like, what song did I want to put with this podcast or whatever? Or what song makes me think of what I just said, for the most part. And to be honest, the only song that's really in my heart right now is this new Clips song. This new Clips album is coming out July 11th. I'm a fan. I'm a Pusha T fan. I'm the Pharrell fan. I've been Push fan forever. Like, But this Ace Trumpets song is on my heart. It's on my heart. So to the extent of what I know about Pusha T, for people who don't know, I'm talking for people who don't know. Like, he definitely had beef with Drake at some point and erased that beef. Like, I don't like he was the first one to erase Drake before Kendrick did it, and Kendrick did it on a scale where Drake has to really struggle to come back from. But Push hurting, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna get into that too much. Like, it's a dope situation. You got to check it out. It was good for hip hop, but it was an important statement for Push to put on record that there is no too far with me. Like, if you decide to go to a certain place with me, okay, cool. I'm not the one. There's no too far, and no, those are the limits that if somebody steps on your energy, you need to be willing to go to. I don't condone anything that's stupid, but I do justify the means to have your energy protected. So, long story short, in this new song, you can tell, like, and this is loyalty at its finest. This is the, like, Locks level loyalty, right? So when Pharrell came in, and if anybody's ever seen Piece by Piece, it'll tell you, like, Pharrell came in, one of his boys was like Pusha T, and he was like, man, you gotta come rap on this beat, right? They day ones. They day ones. Like, that's how far back they go. The beauty of this album being recorded in a Louis Vuitton headquarters in Paris, where Pharrell is, because he's creative director of Louis Vuitton. He put Push in that Louis Vuitton, that brown with the flakes, on the shoulder, suit for the Met Gala. It's just poetic. Like, everything about it is poetic because it's the people who understand energy allocation for each other. Like, Push and Pharrell, they understood, like, we have a mindset, we need to go. And they continue to push each other. They pursue. They like, no, we in this together. Like, you'll be surprised every time you see Pharrell, you see Push. Like, it's a bond that's like, it's different. But Push is his own person too. Like, so pay attention to it because he's, if I'm not mistaken, and I got to look this up again, but as a matter of fact, let me do it now because now I'm on this tangent that I told you I can't. Sometimes, I know he was president of Good Music. He was president of Good Music, but then that's when he fell out with Kanye West, and that was 2002. Yeah, because you can't do, I don't know, you can't do what Kanye West was doing and then still be that guy. You know what I mean? So, long story short, guys, I went on one of them Willie Whittle tangents. Protect your peace. Protect your peace. And if your energy allocation is with the people that you're around, stick with it, trust it, and then push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. Like, make sure that you're in a good space to be providing energy. Make sure you communicate that. If you're not in a good space to provide energy, you communicate. Say something. Say something to those people. Hey, not today. Like, hey, I'm cool. Not right now. That's it's an okay statement to protect that energy of yours. So, for the record, that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm going to continue to do. Summer's up. We're ready for action. And that's it. So, other than that, like I said, as long as you walk down your mission, walk down your path with your mission of peace in mind. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. That's crazy. Sorry. Continue to walk down your path to peace, making sure that love is in your heart. And as long as you do that, it shall be dope. Thank you. Have a great day.